When a person looks in the mirror and doesn't like what they see, it is rarely only about their appearance. Sometimes it is not really about their hair, the way an outfit fits, or a small detail on their face. The real issue is whether they still feel valuable in someone else's eyes. Because people often understand they are loved through the smallest details. I don't want to come tonight. I don't feel beautiful. From the outside, this sentence may sound like simple insecurity, but hidden inside those words is the fear of not being noticed, the fear of not being enough, the fear of being compared to others, and most importantly, the silent pain of thinking they are no longer as special in the eyes of the person they love. One of the greatest needs in relationships is not simply to be loved, but to feel seen. Because what truly nourishes the human soul is often not grand gestures, but small moments of recognition. A new hairstyle, a different shade of lipstick, an outfit chosen after hours of thinking. All of these are silent versions of one question. Do you still pay attention to me? Most people never say this out loud. Instead, they stand in front of the mirror a little longer. They change outfits again and again. They become quieter. They decide they no longer want to go. Because sometimes people are not afraid of entering a room. They are afraid of entering a space where they may feel judged. Especially when we feel worthless beside the person we love, it affects our self-esteem far more deeply than we realize. Because self-esteem is not only built through the relationship we have with ourselves. A large part of it is shaped by the emotional reflections we receive from others. If the person you love no longer notices you, over time you begin to feel invisible. Think about it. You spend hours getting ready. Maybe you are trying your best just to feel good about yourself. Then you ask the person you love, "Do you notice anything different about me?" And they cannot see it. For some people, that is the exact moment their heart quietly breaks. Because it was never really about the hair. It was never about the makeup or the dress. It was about not having their effort noticed, not having their care appreciated, and most importantly, missing the feeling of, "You are still special to me." Sometimes a person feels beautiful because of a single look. Sometimes one sentence can make someone feel like the most valuable person in the world. But sometimes even a small moment of indifference can make them spend the entire night focusing on their flaws in the mirror. That is why small details matter far more in relationships than we often realize. Looking into someone's eyes and saying, "You look beautiful today." Noticing something new. Understanding when they are tired, sensing the reason behind their silence. These things may be the only thing a person needs that entire day. Because even people who appear strong are often fighting silent battles within themselves. They compare themselves to others. They question whether they are enough. They wonder if they are truly lovable. And sometimes those thoughts grow so loud that they begin avoiding even the places they once loved. The real danger begins here. When people start confusing the value they receive from others with their own self-worth. If we are constantly criticized, ignored, or unnoticed, eventually we begin shrinking in our own eyes too. That is why some people are not too sensitive. They have simply gone unseen for too long. And yet, sometimes a person does not need anything huge to believe in themselves again. A small but sincere moment of attention can be enough. "I'm proud of you. Your eyes look beautiful today. I noticed your new hair. You look amazing. I'm grateful you exist." These sentences may seem simple, but when spoken at the right moment, they can soften even the deepest darkness inside someone. Because at the end of the day, everyone carries the same desire within them, to feel valuable, to feel chosen, and to know they are still special in someone else's eyes. So maybe the most important thing we can do today is to look at the people we love more carefully. Because sometimes people do not ask for help. They simply want to be noticed. Maybe a friend has become quieter lately. Maybe the person you love spends a little longer looking in the mirror. Maybe someone keeps asking, "Do I look okay?" Sometimes these are not simple questions. Sometimes they are different versions of the same question. Do you still see me? And most of the time, people do not want to be perfect. They simply want to feel loved.